Hey guys, welcome back to Uncensored. My name is Cosmo and today we are going to be watching an apology video from Liver King. Now, for those who do not know who Liver King is a bodybuilder slash an influencer on YouTube with over 200,000 subscribers. Now, there was an accusation that Liver King uses steroids and those accusations turned out to be true. And Liver King made an apology video and that's exactly what we're going to be watching. I do not want to spoil the video, so let's just jump right into it.
Primals, I'm making this video to apologize. Because I fucked up. Because I'm embarrassed and ashamed. Because I lied. And I misled a lot of people.
To be honest, guys, I can understand why young impressionable teenagers buy into Liver King's idea because Liver King attacks their most vulnerable side, which is their insecurities. Once he gets a hold of their insecurities, then he can sell their supplements by telling them, if you buy my supplement, you'll be able to look like me, you'll be able to get the girls, because Liver King cannot sell the ideas to you or to me because we know that that physique cannot be achieved naturally unless you're taking steroids, and you can easily tell Joe Rogan called him out on it.
Guy is shooting all kinds of shit into his system to achieve that kind of physique.
I've stated that this is a complicated as fuck topic, at least to me it is, because before social media, I was rich and anonymous, and after social media, I'm still rich, but no longer anonymous, and I never expected this kind of exposure in the public eye. It's been tricky as fuck to navigate. Well, clearly I did it wrong, and I'm here now to set the record straight.
The one thing I do not understand about Liver King is, why didn't you set the record straight from the get-go? Because if you would have set the record straight from the get-go, you wouldn't have had to do an apology video. And the reason why you're doing an apology video is because this came out. Other than that, you would have continued lying to the people. You're not doing an apology video because you want to, but because you got caught. Now, why should they believe you, Liver King?
Yes, I've done steroids, and yes, I am on steroids, monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician.
And that is the truth. If Liver King would have said this from the get-go, that he's on steroid and is closely monitored by the doctor, a lot of people would have respected him. But the reason why he didn't do that is because he knew that if he said he was on steroid, he won't be able to influence this kid to buy his supplements. And that is the reason why he lied.
Liver King, the public figure, was an experiment to spread the message, to bring awareness to the 4,000 people a day who kill themselves. The 80,000 people a day that try to kill themselves. Our people are hurting at record rates with depression, autoimmune, anxiety, infertility, low ambition in life.
I do agree with Liver King when he says a lot of people are sad and depressed nowadays. But for him to sit there and say this was an experiment, that is absolutely a lie. The reason why he lied to people is because he wanted them to buy his supplement. And that is the reason why he lied. That is the reason why he created this fake lifestyle that he's not even living. I do believe that he trains. Yes, I do. But to sit there and say that you are not on steroid when you were on steroid, and you're going out there and advising these young impressionable teenagers to follow your footsteps while you are a fake leader, that just says a lot about you.
Our young men are hurting the most, feeling lost, weak, and submissive. So I made it my job to model, teach, and preach a simple, elegant solution called ancestral living, the 9 ancestral tenets, so our people no longer have to suffer, so we can collectively express our highest and most dominant form. This is my fight. This is why I exist.
Listen, guys, I have to give credit where credit is due. People like Liver King, people that can sell things to other people, they speak in a certain way, and Liver King is a great salesman because even from his tonality, the way he uses his words, you know exactly that this guy is a great salesman. Because in a sense, I'm kind of inclined to believe everything he's saying. Even though I know that he's lying, you can't just help but to believe what he's saying because there's a way he frames it and he puts it that makes you want to believe him.
While spreading the message, I've been on several podcasts, and when asked if I've ever taken steroids, I've always said no, I don't touch the stuff, not gonna touch the stuff, never touch the stuff. That was a lie.
Of course you were lying. We know you were lying. Thank you for finally telling us the truth, Liver King.
I've convinced myself that this had nothing to do with the ancestral message. I convinced myself that I'm not a competitive athlete of any kind, so who the fuck am I cheating? I convinced myself that this topic was a placeholder for a far more important conversation.
Liver King, that is a lot of convincing you did right there, bruh. Because I remember there are a lot of podcasts when they asked you if you were on steroid, you said no. you, you must have convinced yourself real well.
I convinced myself that this would overshadow the 36 years of working out, usually twice a day, without PEDs.
Listen, Liver King, it is obvious that you take care of your body. It is obvious that you train. And it is obvious that you're a very smart man. Because a person like you does not get in this position in life by just being stupid. You're a very smart person. But that wasn't the problem. The problem is that you lied to people. Even though you knew that you were on steroids, you looked at them in the eye and you lied to them when they asked you if you were. You said no.
I've convinced myself that this was the vocal minority, usually in the fitness category, driving to an unproductive conversation.
Oh my God. Liver King created an obstacle in his head and he told himself, you know what, it's the minority that are trying to put me out of business. Nah, dog. People just notice when you're full of shit. That's just the truth. And you lied. That's the reason why people picked up on it. And when you say something, people go out there and search it. That's just the way the internet is.
And I had convinced myself that this would be the wrong message to send to the 15-year-old boys. So I continually dismissed it, and I dug myself into a bigger and deeper hole.
Listen, guys, Liver King is trying to tell you guys what is going on in his head. He's trying to tell you guys how the lie came about. Okay, and the more I'm listening to him, the more I'm just dying of laughter. I genuinely don't have anything to say other than laughter because because this is a man that is breaking down how the lie came about.
I have only myself to blame. I did that. And it was all wrong. I will be better. I will talk about it openly because I believe that there's a time and a place for pharmacological intervention monitored and managed by a trained hormone physician.
Listen, Liver King, if you really believe what you're saying now, you could have said that from the get-go and people would have listened.
In 2021, when I was 43 years old, I didn't feel 100% physically or cognitively. So I went to get monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician to see what the fuck was going on with my life.
For some weird reason, I believe Liver King when he said he was going through a lot of problems when he was 43 years old. Yeah, I think a lot of people are in that situation. The older you get, the more your body turns on you if you haven't taken care of it when you were younger. And I'm not saying that Liver King didn't take care of his body when he was younger. It's just things happen and I feel bad for him. I understand how he's feeling.
And so yes, it's true. I have tried several peptide combinations in an effort to increase my growth hormone and it didn't work, meaning that my levels still remained below the normal level. So yes, it's also true that I've tried pharmaceutical grade growth hormone and I finally found success in managing therapeutic levels in the normal range. Yes, this is true. I've continued on with 0.6 cc's of testosterone per week, roughly 120 milligrams of testosterone a week. And no, I don't take any other steroids like Nandrolone or Winstrol, but I have tried them in the past without success.
I find it very fascinating when Liver King talks about the type of drugs he used before. And truth to be told, I don't think people should use drugs. And if you're going to use drugs, you should use drugs that are prescribed by the doctor.
Yes, it's also true that my blood chemistry got all fucked up while taking Nandrolone and Winstrol. My lipids got all deranged, my liver enzymes went sky high, which is why clinical oversight is an absolute must.
Liver King said exactly what I just said. You shouldn't use a drug that is not prescribed by the doctor. Any drugs that you're going to put in your body should be prescribed by the doctor because they know exactly what they're doing, truth to be told.
Nope. The Liver King brand has had nothing, or at least very little, to do with my business success. My companies were already kicking ass, already successful before the Liver King public figure, growing at 50% year over year and still growing at the same pace after the Liver King public figure.
I don't know about that, Liver King. I do think that you have a lot of successful businesses, but when it comes to fitness, the fact that you said you were natural, you benefited from it by lying to people that you were natural because people look up to you in a sense.
Nope. I've never had ab implants, ab etching, or any other plastic surgery, and I sure as fuck never actually had gene editing done in Singapore.
I don't know, Liver King. I'm kind of doubting you right now because you lied to us before, and I don't know if I can trust you after that. You kind of broke my trust. So you might have done it. Who knows? You might have not. I don't know. I can say you have. I can say you haven't. I mean, if you have lied once, you have lied again.
I made all of that up. It was all intended to be a joke, and that's an expression of ancestral 10 and 10. Have a little goddamn fun. Ultimately, why did I, or why do I do them?
That is a very interesting question. I want to know why he lied.
When I talk about the 85% of the population that suffers from self-esteem issues, that's me. I'm part of that statistic. This is why I fucking work myself to death in the gym. This is why I do 12 to 15 blood-burning workouts a week, just to feel like I'm okay.
I do not think that Liver King is lying about the sadness and depression that he's feeling. And truth to be told, I believe him. That's just it. I don't know what else to say other than that.
Still, I have to absolutely crush myself to do so. And I'm wrecked physically and cognitively. And hormone replacement has helped in a profound and significant way. And still, I believe that the path to paradise is paved in fucking hell.
Yeah, that is Liver King apology video. Anyways, I have to go now. I hope everyone has a great day. Take care, be safe, and bye.